Life. That must be nice. Story rendition. On a night 3 years ago, my life changed. I was an inspiring musician/singer that was finally starting to build a small fan base. I went by the moniker Lyfe. My music centered around my life and the things I witnessed. With that being the case, my music resonated with the people. I was starting to truly enjoy life. My family, my friends, and my girlfriend were proud of me. I started to see that I could help out the people that I truly cared about. Then on May 12th, it happened. I was booked at a venue that was able to hold more than 200 people. I was doing my set singing the roof off the place. The alcohol was flowing, and everyone was having the time of their lives. As the night winded down, people were getting a bit tipsy and rowdy. It was acceptable due to the atmosphere, but honestly, it was getting a bit too much. When my set was over, the crowd went wild. The cheering brought the night to its end, or that what was supposed to happen. After my performance, I went backstage and was greeted by my loved ones. Nothing could make me happier after a performance. After some time, everybody got ready to go home. In the parking lot, there were some stragglers still having fun. I paid no mind to them. The only thing I wanted to do was go home and rest. As I was pulling up to my car with my GF, one of the people caught sight of us. They called the other stragglers to come up to us and say hello. I wasn't happy about the situation, but they had come here to see me, and I felt slightly obligated to talk to them. That was a bad idea. We started to hash it out for about 2 to 3 minutes, before I just wanted to leave. As I was trying to say our goodbyes, one of the people started to be a bit touchy-feely. I was tired and wanted to go to bed, so I told him to chill out. He didn't listen and started to get more obnoxious about it. I reminded him once again I had to leave and to stop touching us. He still wasn't listening, while others started to be just as rude. They weren't listening to what I was expressing, and things started to get out of hand. Then there came some pushing and shoving. The fans and my people got involved and became a bigger mess than things needed to be. As this was happening, I was fighting the fan that started the entire thing. I punched him in the face so hard that he fell to the ground and hit his head. The fight around me stopped and looked at the dude. He laid there as if he was dead. He wasn't moving nor responding to anything that was happening to him. Everyone involved got scared and someone called for the ambulance. As we were waiting for the ambulance, my situation dawned on me. I was about to be in a lot of trouble. When the ambulance arrived on the scene, the police department came right afterwards. The EMTs did what they can to the unconscious man before putting him on a gurney and taking him to the hospital. While that was happening, the police officers took everyone's statement before telling me my Miranda rights and taking me to the county jail. After that, everything that happened for the rest of the night was a blur for me. The only thing that I remembered was arriving in my cell and sitting on the cold bench and blankly staring at the wall for hours. I didn't even know when I fell asleep. I only remembered someone taking me out my cell and bringing me in front of a judge. I soon found out that the man I fought was in a coma and didn't know when he would wake up again. From there, I was sentenced to 5 years in prison. For the first time in a long time, I teared up. I looked behind me and saw my loved ones crying for me. As the police took me out the court, I told my loved ones I'm sorry and I love them. There I sat in my jail cell, thinking about how just one small instance of losing my cool could change the trajectory of my life. From entertaining to a fight to a prison cell. How funny, how tragic. I sat in my prison cell for 3 years, and within those 3 years I learned a lot about myself, my loved ones, and those that pretend. As I looked back on those years, the highlights were mostly about the people I cared for. My girlfriend visited every visitation day, no matter how inconvenient it was for her. Her smile was like the moonlight in the dark. No matter how lost I felt, when she smiled the darkness in my heart faded away. My family was always there when they had the chance, and out of my 5 closest friends only 2 ever visited me. This showed me who was truly in my corner and those that were only there for the good times. Finally, I was a free man after 3 long years. Funny enough, my stint in prison showed me what truly mattered in life and who are the people that would really stay by my side when the rough times came around. It was finally time for me to go home. As I said my goodbye to the prison, I vowed I would never end up here again. On the way home I had one more thing to do, so I told my friend to stop at one more place before going home. When I got home, I was surprised to see so many people welcoming me back. From the people that visited me in prison to the people who didn't, they were all here. I was all smiles and didn't pay no mind to the pretenders. I learned my lesson to never lose my cool and would keep it till the day I die. As the night was coming to a close, I asked my girlfriend to come to me. When she was close, I got on one knee and took out a cheap ring and asked her to marry me. The room went quiet as everyone waited for her to answer. Years later, with 3 kids out the house, me and my wife sat on our patio reminiscent about our past. My wife was there for me at my lowest without wavering, so I gave her the world in return. Like and subscribe.